Hey guys, sorry I can't be there with you tonight, but as luck would have it, tonight I'm performing in Hello Dolly in Marist, pretty much as this video is playing. So then I figured, what better way to deliver the technology budget than via technology? So here we go. This year, we're continuing our push, our deep dive into G Suite. Laura Sherwood and Dan Mahoney have been truly instrumental in taking and finding solutions, G Suite solutions, for all of our office needs and all of our instructional needs. And this year, we're continuing our Chromebook integration with our 5th grade and our 6th grade, the 6th grade taking them home. And the feedback continues to be that they're extremely easy to use with very few distractions, and all the students' work is in one place. And so next year, we're considering expanding that into the 7th grade. This year, we've got Mandarin Chinese in 2 grade levels, the 7th and 8th grade, with 36 students enrolled. And next year, we're planning to expand that into the high school as well. This year, one of the really big projects that we did was VoIP phones across the district. We installed 210 new phones, and they're all asterisk based, which is the #1 open source communications toolkit. All of this is hosted on site, and we've got directories on the phone, and we've got one-touch security features. One early quote that we got to performing this work district-wide came in at around $122,000. Using this in-house developed system, we were able to do the entire district for $27,000. Another really big project we did this year using the Smart Schools bond money was that we completely replaced the switches and the wireless access points with Meraki switches and wireless access points. What that gave us was multi-gigabit connectivity without needing to change any of our existing wiring. So we've got 10 gig between each wiring closet and 5 gig to each classroom. What it also gives us is centralized management. We basically get full network visibility on a single screen, or as some people say in the industry, on a single pane of glass. So for some technology in the classroom, in the elementary school, Alessandra Cirillo, she's got some of her 4th graders programming what's called an Edison Robot to perform music in a concert. Here's a little video of her kids.
Meet Edison. Edison is our programmable robot that we learned about in technology class. Edison can respond to light and sound and be programmed to do many things. Edison teaches us about STEM topics such as coding and how computers think.
When we discovered that Edison can play music, we decided to program him to play the songs that we learned for our January concert. Using sheet music provided by Ms. Calhoun, we programmed Edison note by note by using EdScratch, a block programming language that derives from Scratch for Kids.
Here is Edison playing Ode to Joy.
In the middle school, the use of robotics continues with Stephanie Tricala using Qblets to teach kids about how the robots sense things. Students are also getting crafty and building paper circuits. Remember the Edison Robot? Well, Stephanie's got her kids also programming the Edison Robot. This time using EdBlocks, EdScratch, or EdPython, really expanding and using to the fullest capability of what this Edison Robot can do. Students are also using Makey Makey, which is pretty much like a 21st century Tinker toy, to make things like their own Pong game. They even made their own keyboard. In the high school, in Keith Fury's engineering by design class, some students built their own infinity mirror. Now, what's interesting about this is they had to learn to use new technology to them. Now, we all know that we don't need to tell a kid how to use an iPad or an iPhone, but in this case, the kids had to learn how to use a routing table, and that was new technology. And so using the routing table, they designed, as you can see from these pictures, their own infinity mirror. Now, with regard to staffing, next year will pretty much be the same as this year. You'll notice that we've got 2 BOCES Junior Computer Support Specialists. That equals up to 1 FTE. That's because the BOCES techs need to be a shared resource. So we've got one for 3 days and another for 2 days. And together, they equal 1 FTE. In terms of the overview of expenses, these are pretty much all typical. Next year, we're going to be investing in more security upgrades, cameras with a higher resolution, a new DVR system is very much needed, and improved access control systems. So as I mentioned before, we're looking to expand the Chromebooks into the 7th grade. So as such, our IPA should be probably somewhere around $200,000. So that would include 1 grade level of Chromebooks and 1 grade level of MacBooks. The 2019-2020 budget impact will be around $42,000. Our aid ratio is about 65%, so the laptop cost after aid is $426, and the Chromebook cost after aid is $101. And this is just to go over the current state of our Smart Schools bond money. We still have about $166,000 left to use, and we're hoping to use some of that toward the security upgrades that we're planning. And thank you for your time. If you've got any questions, please feel free to call me or email me. And have a great night, everyone. Thanks.